yarny friends, this is Stephanie of Stephanie's Yarn Escape. Thank you for joining me today. This is not a regular episode. So this year I'm going to do some videos. Now how often they will happen, I'm not sure. But I'm labeling 2023 Year of the Stash. So what does that mean? Well, recently me and my local yarny friend were hanging out together. And we were discussing yarny things, and it had come up in conversation of how much our yarn stash has gotten out of control, and it really has. So I say this just about every year. Like I set yarn goals for myself. Like I said in my last episode, that I set goals for myself in all aspects of my life. Work, home, finances, everything. I set little mental goals for myself. I have short-term, long-term, halfway point goals. And I have like my ultimate life goal is to build my own house someday, to meet what I want, to make it how I want it to be made. That's my ultimate lifetime goal. If I'll get there, I'm not sure. But, yes, so I have yarny goals that I set for myself. Now, with goal setting, I enjoy it because I love a good challenge. It gives me something to strive for. I'm always trying to better myself in every aspects of my life, be more knowledgeable. I always love learning new things. So, and I'm open-minded to new things. So when I don't meet those goals, I do not get hard on myself. I used to many, many years ago. And then I would be frustrated with myself. But, life happens. But it gives me something to strive for. And if I get there, fabulous. Great. Awesome. If I don't, okay then. Well, let's set a new goal then that's more realistic. Or let's try again next time. Or, whatever the situation is. Some people don't like to set goals. But, that's just, everyone's different. That's just how I am. So, I have set some yarny goals for myself. And like I said, this year is the year of the stash. So what does that mean? Well, that means, and I know I've said this many years in a row, I'm not going to buy yarn until I use for my stash. Have I failed many years in a row? Absolutely. It happens. It's really hard to resist those good sales. The pretty colors, it's really hard. But when me and my friend were discussing, we bought the yarn that we have in our stash because it was pretty. It was a good sale, stuff like that. So we have both decided that we are going to use from our stash this year. We will only purchase yarn if we need it to complete that project. So that's what I'm sticking to this year. That's what I'm going to attempt this year. We discussed about the Hobby Lobby sale. Well, in years past, I always said, except for the Hobby Lobby sale, I'll go to the Hobby Lobby sale because it's really good prices, right? Well, let me tell you about the last 3 years of the Hobby Lobby sale. It's still in my stash. I haven't used hardly any of it. So, I don't know if I'm going to go to the Hobby Lobby sale this year. I don't know. Now, stuff like, for my friend's blanket and stuff that I'm currently working on, I will have to go to the store and get some of those colors and stuff like that. It's not like I'm saying no to no yarn, but only if I need it. If I need some more, I Love This Yarn white, then I'm going to have to go get some more I Love This Yarn white, which I know I have to for my one blanket that I share with you guys in this, my last episode. So it's not like I'm saying absolutely no, but I'm going to be more conscious of why am I buying this yarn? I'm buying this yarn because I need it, and I need it for a current project. Or, that's it. But I'm not going to go to the store and be like, oh, I love that blue color, and throw 6 of them in my cart. No, I'm going, unless I'm starting a project that day with that color, then I'm not doing it. That is the plan, and I'm going to try and stick to it. What are some other yarny goals that I'm hoping to do? Well, I have this notebook here. There was a few months in 2022 where I had these plans for the month, like my current whips, what new projects I would like to start, what things I would like to finish. I didn't start it till June, and I wasn't consistent throughout the year. But what I will say, the months that I did do it helped me stay mentally organized. Because sometimes at the end of the day, I'm just like all over the place. I don't know. I feel like I'm just a hamster in a hamster wheel, just going and not getting anywhere fast. So I'd like to be more consistent with this book here. So I'm setting my yarny goals here. I have 5 yarny goals as of right now. I'm not sure if I'll add it to it yet. Keeping track of my labels, my yarn that I brought into the house, which I did for 2022. I'll share those numbers with you a little bit later. So 2023 yarny goals is to only purchase yarn if I need it to complete a current project. Another goal I have for 2023, I'd like to design 2 patterns. I love designing patterns. I enjoy it. They are very time consuming. I don't know how some of these people make these designs so quickly. For me, it's a very long process. I do have at least 1 in the works that I would like to continue on and finishing up. So 2 is my goal for this year. Overall, I would like to complete 25 projects, no matter what size they are, at least 25 projects. I've never really kept track of how many projects I've completed in a year in the past. So I don't know if 25 is a realistic number or not. But if I set that number now and then I can see what happens throughout the year, maybe change it next year. But I decided to set myself a number, just kind of see, because I would like to keep more track of what I finished throughout the year. So setting that goal, I think will help me. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's a realistic goal, but that's where I'm starting. Make more hats for donation is another one of my goals. So I have 2 knit machines, the 48 pin and the 40 pin, the Centro. My daughter and I would spend a few hours on a weekend spinning hats, and then I would put them together. So we haven't had much time to work on that in December. We were extremely busy. So I would like to be more consistent throughout the year to have more donation hats. Whether my daughter's helping me or not. She enjoys it, so but I don't want to wait for her to have time, because once spring and summer hit, forget it. She's outside playing. She ain't going to be inside spinning hats. So but it's a goal I want to set for myself for donation, is to spin up some more hats. Another goal for myself is complete some old whips. Now this one I'm taking lightly. Now I need to go through some of my old whips and decide if I want to keep them or frog them. I honestly can't remember what all the whips I have. I know a couple that I want to keep that I started many years ago. I need to figure out what I want to do with them. Do I want to keep them or frog them? So I do need to take the time to do that. Hopefully I can do that soon, and then I'll bring it on the video, show all of my whips that I have stashed somewhere. Excuse me. Show all the whips I have stashed, and then maybe talk about, am I going to frog it or am I going to keep going with it? And I'll share that journey with you guys, because like I said, I'm going to do the year of the stash, and I'm going to take you guys on that journey with me throughout 2023. So I'll just do random updates on how I'm doing with my goals throughout the year, my stash, bringing it down and stuff like that. I'll share all that with you guys. The videos won't be that regular. Maybe, whenever I got something significant to share, like my whips or, when I decide to see, maybe we're looking at maybe every other month or so, maybe quarterly. I don't know. We'll see. So, but I'll keep you posted on that. So for the end of 2022, I kept my labels. Let me tell you guys. So I have 2 bags here. I have ones that I did for the knitting machine. Like these skeins were from start to finish on the knitting machine. Okay. And I kept those separate from the ones that I crocheted with. That these were completely crocheted. And I also kept track of how much yarn I purchased throughout 2022. And I did really good at keeping track of everything. But when I went to do the numbers, I was astonished. And this is why I wanted to see these numbers. That's why I kept track of what I bought and what I've used. So the skein, the labels I have are very small. Now, looking back into 2022, I know that I did quite a few amigurumis, so I didn't use a full skein for an amigurumi. So like that went back on my shelf. So, but my labels, like that I use full skeins of, I don't think I had a whole lot of big projects that I completed in 2022. I can't remember, and this is why it's one of my goals is to keep track of what I finished. So yeah. So the labels that I have in these 2 bags, these are the ones that I crocheted with. I used 30 skeins. Doesn't seem like a lot, and I'm pretty sure if I look back to last year, I used a lot more than that. And then on the knitting machine, I used 10 skeins on the knitting machine. So, but we weren't consistent with that. We didn't start that till fall. And then that's including like the gnomes and stuff that I've made with my knitting machine. So it's not like that those come out regularly, so I'm not surprised by that. How many skeins of yarn did I purchase? Well, let me tell you. And this is just purchase. This is not what was gifted to me or given to me or anything like that. This is just what I bought. I purchased 275 skeins or hanks of yarn in 2022. Wow. And I used 40 skeins out of my stash. That is a lot. And like I said, that's not including what was gifted to me, given to me, or anything like that. That's what I purchased from the stores or online. 275 skeins of yarn. So, hence why it's 2023, year of the stash. Like I said, I want to use from my stash because I bought the yarn because it was pretty and on sale and stuff like that. So, yeah. Which I just thought of this. One of the things that I want to do, like when I was saying about completing so many projects in 2023, 25 projects. I once had started where I took pictures of my project and I put it into a little photo album. So when I'm old and gray and don't remember what I've worked on, I can take a look back or something for my daughter to keep when I'm, long gone. And for her to look back on what I've made throughout the years. I want to keep that up. Like I've fallen off the wagon of that. It's gone to the wayside. Actually all my picture printing, my phone is overloaded with pictures. So I really, especially of ones of my daughter and my family and things like throughout the years that the events, parties, whatever. I really need to get this printed off my phone. So, yeah, I'm going to try and see if I can upkeep that again. Get those printed off, put into a photo album. Maybe a little description on the back of what it is and, yada yada. So, yeah. I think I'm going to add that as one of my goals for 2023 is to update that. So, for January, this is what my project plan is for January. So I have a list of some of my whips that are currently active that I've been working on. So I know what I need to start for January. I want to start my snowman. I have a baby set that I need to get started for that I did purchase the yarn for recently on. She is a girl that I work with, and she's pregnant with her third child. It's her first boy, and she's going to do a cowboy theme. So she had asked if I could make her a little cowboy hat and little vest and all stuff like that. So I did get the yarn for that, so I want to get that started. My friend's blankets, and this, you know, you guys are going to be familiar with these projects, you know, if you watch some of my old episodes, or any of my episodes, might be familiar with. My friend's blanket that I'm making for my local fair, and I think it's at the end of July that it is. That blanket has fallen off on the wayside way too far. I need to get moving on it, so I am not rushing when it's time and, you know, not be able to enter it, because that's something I really want to do. So I want to finish my current square, which is the turkey, and then I do have the yarn for the next square, so I would like to get that started. What I would like to finish in January, I would like to finish my fox that I shared with you guys on my last episode. Is so close to being done. I'm hoping even by the time you're watching this, it's done. So I recorded my episode, and I'm recording this all at the same one right after the other. I would like to finish my snowman. In 2022, for the attack of the amigurumi, it happened quite a bit where a lot of the times I didn't get a chance to start that month's theme till halfway through the month because I was finishing last month's. I will not start the new month's theme until I'm finished with last month's, because if I don't do that, then I'm just going to have an overabundance of unfinished whips. So I know how I am. I know how I work. So I will not start the next one until that month is completed. So I would like to finish the snowman before the end of the month. And then finish my turkey square for my friend's blanket. And then, so those 3 finishes I think would be fantastic. Great start to my 2023 rules. So that is the plan. And then down here I have a little project plan to help me succeed in those, to complete that goal for January. So, yeah. Making things priorities versus others. Like I said, this has helped me in the past, keeping track of where I am, like, throughout the month. I think it kept me mentally organized because, you know, some days are harder than others, and, you know, some days I don't know what I feel like working on, and I don't know, you know, I don't know what's happening. And so keeping this plan kind of keeps me straight. Sometimes I do fall off the wagon and I don't do that. And I'm like, you know what, I'll just do, you know, start a new project, you know, so be it. But it gives me something to strive for, something to, like I said, keep me on a straight and narrow without me going crazy, which happens sometimes too. So, yes, I was just blown away by the amount of yarn that I purchased versus skeins that I used. I wonder about, I don't have any space. So, like I said, that is a very big, big thing for me this year, is using from my stash. I really do not want to purchase anything else, no matter how pretty it is or how cheap it is. I'm going to try and resist as hard as I can. And I think doing this video and kind of setting it in there might help. We shall see. Not sure, but we're going to see. Now, I don't know if I want to, I don't know if I want to maybe keep track throughout the year of how many skeins I've used and purchased and stuff like that, or if I just want to be a total surprise at the end of the year. I'm not sure. I haven't decided that yet, but we shall see. I will keep you guys posted as I go along this year of the stash journey. Maybe I'll do some quarterly updates. I hope to have a video, do a video on some of my whips, like, no, all of my whips. Just pull out all the whips. And then I'm going to make that decision right there in the video. Am I going to keep it or am I going to frog it? That might be interesting. So, and then maybe do a recap on that, on how many whips and stuff like that. So, we shall see. So, thank you for joining me today. Give me your thoughts and feelings about doing these kind of episodes throughout the year. If you would like to join me on this year of the stash journey, you can. If not, if you just want to see how I do, you can do that too. Either or. Yep, just leave me your thoughts and feedback on what you thought. Thank you for following. Thank you for an amazing 2022. 2023 wouldn't be happening on Stephanie's Yarn Escape if it wasn't for you guys. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you for following and subscribing, entering in the challenges and stuff like that. I hope to have more challenge. That should be another goal, as I would like to have a few more other challenges throughout 2023. I have a few ideas, so I just kind of need to work out those ideas a little bit more. But yeah, so thank you so much for everything you guys do, for all your support, your feedback. I really, really do appreciate it. And like I said, if it wasn't for you guys, 2023 for Stephanie's Yarn Escape would not be happening. So really do appreciate it. So thank you. So I hope you all have a fabulous day. And remember to keep that yarn running through his fingers. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.